So let's talk today about what is a good program for someone who is on a GLP-1 weight loss drug. Firstly, let's get clear on what these drugs actually do. GLP-1 stands for a glucagon-like peptide 1. It's a hormone that naturally exists in our bodies. Its job is to regulate your blood sugar, to slow your digestion and tell your brain when you're full. When you take a GLP-1, you're basically amplifying that natural signal in your body. So your appetite drops, your blood sugar stabilizes, and you eat less, right? That's why they've become such a huge thing in the weight loss world. People finally feel in control of food and their habits, and sometimes for the first time in years. And for many women who've spent decades battling hunger and cravings, emotional eating, yo-yo dieting, this can feel life-changing. But this is where things get complicated. When you stop feeling hungry, you stop eating as much. When you stop eating as much, your nutrient intake plummets, right? And when your body isn't getting enough fuel, it starts to break down muscle, not just fat, to make up the difference so that your body can survive. Recent studies are showing that anywhere from 30 to 40%, so nearly half of the weight lost on GLP-1 drugs can come from lean muscle mass. That's a massive concern, especially for women in perimenopause or menopause, where we are already at a higher risk of losing muscle and bone density. One of my clients, she started on a GLP-1 after struggling with her weight for over a decade. She dropped 10 kilos in the first 2 months. Now, that sounds amazing, right? But then she messaged me and she was feeling weaker. She was feeling sore after basic workouts. Her energy was tanking. She felt sick all the time. She had gut issues all the time. And when we looked at her body composition, she'd lost almost 4 kilos of muscle. So that was nearly half her total weight loss coming from muscle. So what did we do? We had to introduce structured strength training. We had to increase her protein intake so that it was still within what she could comfortably eat, but that made everything change for her. She got some of her strength back. Her energy improved. She stopped that downward slide of muscle loss. So yes, the number on the scale matters, but what makes up that number on the scale matters more. Muscle is like your body's engine. The more you have, the faster your metabolism runs, meaning you burn more calories even when you're not doing anything. When you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down. What does that mean? It means that the 1,700 calories that used to maintain your weight might now drop to 1,400 or even 1,300. That means when you eat more than that, you'll put on fat, right? Because your body doesn't need that much to burn. And it also means the second that you come off the GLP-1 medication and start eating more, boom, the weight's going to creep back. And that's what's happening to so many people right now. They're losing weight fast on these drugs, but once they stop taking them, the weight comes back. And often it's all fat. It's not your muscle. Your muscle just doesn't miraculously regrow. So you need to focus on muscle preservation and building new muscle as well as your metabolic strength, because it's not about losing weight, just about losing weight. It's about keeping it off. So if you're on these medications, I'm going to suggest 3 key things to focus on. Number 1 is strength training. You have to be doing some sort of strength training regularly. Even 2 or 3 sessions a week will make a huge difference to where your loss comes from on your body. I've got another client, Karen, who's on Wegovy, and she's doing she's in our community, and she said to me that she can finally see muscle tone for the first time in years. She's not scared of regaining her weight once she stops because she's feeling stronger and she's feeling like that food is now going to fuel her body. Now, strength trainings don't have to mean heavy gym sessions either. Resistance bands, body weight exercises are so underrated. Dumbbells at home are so effective. What matters more is consistency and progressive overload than going all out and going hard, right? The second thing to prioritize is to focus on is protein and nutrients. So when your appetite is already low on these drugs, your quality of food matters more than ever. Every bite has to count, and your protein helps to preserve that muscle. Your fats will help with your hormone health, and you need to make sure you're getting vitamins and minerals to keep your immune system functioning and your energy levels high. But what I'm seeing more and more of is people eating a small meal a day, maybe a coffee and a muffin, because they're just not hungry. They're eating crappy food because they can. Then they start to experience fatigue, hair loss, brittle nails, gut issues. The gut issues are running rampant from all the clients that I have that are on GLP-1s. And that's not healthy weight loss. That's malnutrition. If you're using a GLP-1, make sure every meal includes a good source of protein. Make sure it includes healthy fats. Make sure it has some vegetables and some fruit to get all those vitamins and minerals. Gut health is still really important. And yes, shameless plug, our InnerFit programs have all of those things, right? Adjustable for all of those sorts, for your drugs, for your appetite, all those sorts of things. Now, the third thing to focus on would be accountability and support. One of the biggest hidden risks of GLP-1 usage is losing touch with what your body actually needs. You're not as hungry, you're not craving, and sometimes you just forget to eat, and you even forget to hydrate properly. That's where having someone to support you through this journey is going to make a massive difference when you get to where you want to go. Having someone checking in, having someone helping you review your food, making sure you're getting enough protein, making sure you're getting enough water, reminding you to move your body, reminding you about sleep, because we haven't even touched on that today. It's really important. It keeps you healthy through the process, but more importantly, it's going to make it easier for the weight not to come back on at the end. I did have a client recently say, I wouldn't have even noticed I was under eating if I hadn't have caught it for her. She just didn't feel hungry. She felt like she was running on fumes all day, right? This is exactly why you need someone in your corner. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be us, it could be someone else. But get someone in your corner so that you are learning to be held accountable to fueling your body and keeping your body as healthy as it can be during this process. Because simply losing weight does not necessarily equal good health. In fact, it can actually make your health so much worse if you are not getting the nutrients that you need and you are not building a strong foundation underneath. I hope that helps. If you liked that, let me know in the comments below. Struggling with energy, weight, or feeling like you've tried every diet out there? You don't have to do this alone. Inside our community, women just like you are getting results with real food, real support, and coaching that works. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and finally get the weight loss results you've been dreaming of, this is where you start. Click the link below and let's do this together.